For hundreds of thousands of years, the human story is told through silent artifacts. We define the prehistoric era by the complete absence of writing. The only evidence we have are the stone tools left behind in the earth. When writing finally emerges, we cross the threshold into the historic period. But studying ancient India presents a specific challenge. Unlike Greco-Roman traditions, early Indian scholars did not produce a continuous tradition of chronological chronicles, leaving a significant gap in the standard timeline. To reconstruct what actually happened, we have to synthesize a vast taxonomy drawn from two distinct data streams: literary records and archaeological evidence. For the student of this period, ancient Indian history is less a story to be read and more an architectural framework of intersecting fragments that must be reverse engineered. We start by expanding the literary branch, which divides into indigenous and foreign accounts. Indigenous literature is dominated by Brahmanic, Buddhist, and Jain texts. Their primary purpose was philosophical and mythological, rather than a record of chronological events. A rare exception is Kalhana's 12th century text, the Rajatarangini. It stands as the first true attempt at historical, biographical writing in the Indian tradition, specifically documenting the kings of Kashmir. To find chronological anchors for earlier periods, we look to foreign sources. The accounts left by Greek ambassadors like Megasthenes, alongside Chinese and Arabic travelers, provide vital external cross-references. However, every text is subject to the perspective of its author and the risk of alteration by copyists over centuries. This makes literature structurally insufficient to prove a timeline without the support of physical evidence. We now shift to the archaeological branch, starting with epigraphy, the study of inscriptions. This represents the physical grounding for the literary claims we've examined. A watershed moment for this field occurred in 1837, when British scholar James Prinsep deciphered the Brahmi script, unlocking centuries of silent history. Decipherment allowed historians to read the Ashokan rock edicts. This established the factual reality of the Mauryan Empire, moving it from legend into documented history. Rulers also commissioned specific eulogies known as prashastis. The Allahabad pillar, for instance, provides a permanent record of Gupta lineage and their military conquests, carved directly into stone. This illustrates a core law of evidence. While paper manuscripts are copied and subject to change over generations, a stone inscription remains a fixed physical record of the moment it was carved. Alongside inscriptions, we look to numismatics, or the study of coins. Coins help us map the geographic boundaries and economic prosperity of an empire. The earliest indigenous silver coins were punch-marked. They featured symbols like hills, trees, and animals, but their lack of text limits precise dating. Later, the Indo-Bactrians and Guptas introduced refined gold coins featuring specific names and titles. These artifacts revolutionized the record by providing a sequence of rulers. When precise coins are found far from their origin, like Roman coins discovered in South India, they serve as physical proof of expansive ancient trade routes. Coins also act as a physical timestamp for a state's health. A sudden drop in the purity of a dynasty's coinage provides a direct visualization of that empire's economic decline. Extracting names from artifacts provides the actors for our history, but these data points lack context until they are plotted onto a synchronized timeline. Ancient Indian eras like Saka, 78 AD, and Vikrama, 57 BC, require calibration. To sync the Saka era to our calendar, add 78 to the Saka year. For the Vikrama era, subtract 57 from the Vikrama date. Mastering these calculations is a foundational step for the historian. It allows for the precise synchronization of isolated regional epochs into the broader national sequence. We now see the entire architectural framework in place, the dual branches of literature and archaeology mapping onto a calibrated timeline. This creates a rigorous method for verifying the past. If a foreign literary account, such as a Greek text, makes a claim about a specific victory, it is treated as a hypothesis. Historians look for a corresponding Mauryan rock inscription or a specific Indo-Bactrian coin to find physical confirmation of that text. The aha moment occurs when the physical artifact aligns perfectly with the textual claim and fits securely into our converted timeline. Success in navigating ancient Indian history relies on this structural taxonomy. By understanding how evidence is verified across different branches, the narrative of the past becomes a stable architectural reality rather than a list of dates to be memorized.